Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay? Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And look at that, we've got a Fool card as our first card. This is interesting. That's kind of a wild card, right? Kind of a joker card. A lot of opportunity, freedom. Are we starting something new? Are we perhaps transcending a particular event or set of circumstances in our lives? Let's see. Let's see where this Fool is going. What kind of journey are we on? What kind of quest are we on? Well, there is some fire energy, some Sagittarius energy, the Death card, Art card. Yeah, we're definitely, oh, there's the Wheel of Fortune. We're definitely on kind of a new path here. Look at that. And also the Lover's card, Union. Union. Now, just because it's a Lover's card doesn't mean that this is a romantic reading. For some of you, it might be resonating that way. That if that is something you want, then that's what this card can be. We'll get there. But first, let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We'll set it here, Alien Simon Mork Ripley, right there on top. Now, we're not going to look at that card until the very end, and it will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation that we need. Okay? If at any point during the reading you think you know what that card is, I want you to put your prediction in the comments below. All right? Let's do this as a group exercise, right? Let's practice our intuition together. Okay? But first, let's look around the room here. We have some interesting stuff. We've got the Fool, obviously. We've got the Art or Temperance card. We've got the Death card, Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers. This is quite interesting, right? It's almost as if we knew that something needed to change. We did the difficult work of changing it, of kind of setting out in a new direction, of starting again, of beginning, waking up, right? Of being kind of reborn into our energy. Our luck is changing, and we're getting what we want, right? Could it be any better? Okay, could it be any better than this? We do have a lot of fire energy, which is nice, really, because I think the fire is a perfect complement to the Pisces energy. This is action, this is activity, this is ambition, right? And of course, you know, we do have some water, but this is some water we don't want, okay? And do we have any air? No, except for the Fool. The Fool is pure air. And then we've got our earth energy over here. Now, the fact that we've got this Fool, that we've got this pure air energy, it means to me that you are open, right, and receptive. That you're open to new possibilities, right? That you're not discriminating, right? You're just kind of you're going with the flow. You are just in this energy where you want to see where life takes you, right? And maybe you've set out on a new journey, physically, maybe, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, creatively. You've set out on a new path. You don't know where it's going, but you're welcoming whatever it may become. Whatever it leads to, you're open to it. Yeah? You're not, you don't feel so narrow that it's just like, I only want that. That is my success, that is my goal, and that's all I'm going to care about, that's all I'm after. No, I feel like there's an openness, you know? I feel like we're ready for whatever the universe may bring us. This is really refreshing. This is a breath of fresh air. Okay. And the reason why I think you're in this breath of fresh air energy is because you were just recently in the furnace. Right? You were just recently in the fire. This art or temperance card, it is mostly temperance card today. This is the fire. This is like being in trials and tribulations, struggles, right? Being tested, testing your mettle, so to speak. And I think that this is a welcome change. I think that coming out of this difficult situation, difficult period of time in your life, maybe the last few months to a year perhaps have been difficult for you. But now we're coming out of that, and there's just this I just keep feeling openness. I know I've said it a million times already, an openness. A readiness, a willingness to advance into whatever life is offering you now. Because you've passed the test, you've gotten through this difficulty, this fire is behind you, right? This period of time in your life is behind you. And now you kind of own the fire. See, now we've got this kind of fire here. And this is nice. It's almost like you've learned something in all of this fire energy back here, and all of the trials and tribulations. You've gained control over this fire. Now you bring the fire, right? It's really, really nice, strong energy today. And I feel like there's a readiness for whatever may come next. There's this feeling of, not of preparedness even. It's not like you're anticipating certain things and you're kind of ready or on guard. No, you're just kind of happy and blissed out and open and just ready. Ready for whatever the universe may bring to you. Right? And I feel like it's this feeling that you've been through the worst of it, and now you're ready to receive all this good stuff. You're ready to do whatever it might be, right? That you don't have a particular plan. You don't have a certain direction that you need to go. You're just going to move, go with the flow, right? Be the pure spirit. Be the pure consciousness, and see what things open up to you. Okay? I feel like that's your energy right now. That's the vibe I'm getting from you, Pisces. It feels nice. We do have the death card up here at the top now. The death card, I feel like it very rarely means actual physical death. Okay? What it usually means is transformation. It's the process of going from life to death to life. Right? It's the cycle. It's the ebb and flow. It's the it really is that moment between death and life. It's kind of a rebirth process. You know, it's the transformation. It's that moment in between the caterpillar and the butterfly, right? And this is at the top, right? This is where your head is at. And I think that you are looking at this time in your life as kind of a rebirthing process. Out of this fire, this fool is reborn, but now has control over the fire. Now it's almost like fire cannot touch you. That reminds me of a Bob Marley song. I'm going to have to listen to Bob later. So the death or rebirth card here. Very nice. So it's I don't know what this situation was that you're getting away from, that you're being reborn out of. It's kind of I kind of get this phoenix from the ashes kind of vibe, you know. But I don't know. I don't want to speculate. It's going to be different for everybody. For some of you, it's, you know, maybe a bad work situation, a bad home situation or relationship, or, you know, maybe some spiritual difficulties. It was a very trying time. Really tested you. Really tested you. And through that experience, you are reborn in this new, beautiful, wonderful. I mean, these cards are so good today. We've got this Queen of Wands here. This is your understanding. This is a higher understanding, almost a higher appreciation. You understand why you had to go through what you went through. You understand what it has done for you. The fact that you survived that, the fact that you're reborn on the other side of this, that you're rising from the ashes, gives you this power, right? Any Game of Thrones fans will see the relationship with Daenerys when she goes into the fire and she comes out. Now she, now she's the mother of dragons, so to speak. I kind of get that vibe, although nothing like that character in that show, because I don't think you have that kind of conquering ambition, right? You have ambition, you have energy and activity, and you have will, but I don't think you are trying to gain control of the 7 kingdoms and rule over everybody else. It doesn't have that kind of forcefulness to it. There's more of a gentleness that I'm kind of feeling. And I think really it's through this appreciation for what you've been through that is empowering, that it was enlightening. It has changed you in some way. And it has made you ready for this new journey. Now you're ready to begin, right? Now this fool is ready to start wandering. And underneath everything, yes, we've got some fire energy. This is the 5 of Wands. This is your knowledge of self. You know how powerful you are, in large part because of what these trials and tribulations were. Now you know your own strength. So you know that it's not always necessary for you to show all your strength, right? This card it's about fighting. Yes, it's about showing strength, force and fire, right? It's Saturn. There's a Saturn energy here. Okay? Saturn in Leo. So it's really about knowing the proper regulation of your power. Sometimes the greatest show of strength is not to show your strength, right? You can show how powerful you are by restraining that power, by disciplining that power, right? You know exactly how hard to hit the nail to get it to go into the board. You don't have to use all of your might, right? End up breaking the board and breaking through everything. You know exactly how hard to hit things to get what you need, I'm not advocating violence. I'm talking about a constructive way of hitting things, like nailing, hammering a nail, constructing, building. Yeah. So there is ambition, there is striving. You do have this sense of wanting to get out and move. You've got a vitality to you. You've got a zest to you, right? A robustness to you. And really that is this internal fire that you have. You know how strong you are. You know what you're capable of. You know how much strength and power and energy you have. You also know that you don't need to show all of it all the time, okay? And that's a very important aspect of the Queen of Wands here. Knowing, having compassion even, having this higher wisdom and understanding. This is someone that has tremendous power, doesn't really use it, doesn't need to, right? It's rare moments where you have to really use all of your force and fire, right? It's very rare that you will floor the accelerator in your car. Very rare that you turn the volume all the way up to 10, or the burner on your stove all the way up to 10, or the oven all the way up. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you do. But not every time you cook, not every time you drive, And that kind of understanding, that knowledge, that wisdom comes with that Queen of Wands right there. Now, in the future, we've got the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is, it's kind of a card of sharing, It's a card of, not 2 heads are better than one, but maybe 2 hearts are better than one. Not even 2 hearts, 2 wands, right? 2 wills. This is kind of the there's power in numbers kind of card, So there is this idea of you connecting with other people. It may not be in a romantic way, okay? That doesn't necessarily need to be that. even though we do have the Lover's card at the end. But this is your willingness to share your experience, to share your consciousness, wanting to be interdependent, wanting to be part of the world. Yeah, to exchange power and energy with people, places, things, your pets, right? Your plants, whatever. We're not living in isolation, right? So there is, I think, a desire to kind of just get out into the world and mix with other energies, experience new things. Yeah. This is a card that warns against codependency. It advocates interdependence. It advocates networking and understanding how your energy affects the energy of the whole and how others' energy affects you. But it's not a reliance on anyone else for your power or strength or direction. You have that in you. But if you network, if you get some friends, you find a partner, a collaborator, you are just out in the world interacting with nature and with, community and society, there's almost more power in that. So we kind of go from a 5 to a 10, right? We're realizing that you here in isolation, there's so much more potential when it's you plus the rest of the world, the rest of the universe. So rather than this experience kind of isolating the Fool and maybe turning the Fool instead of the Fool, maybe we could have had the Hermit, right? That this experience would have cut you off from the world, that would have pushed you more into yourself and away from everybody else. A situation like this, whatever this trial and tribulation, whatever these tests were, really could have isolated you. But they didn't. They didn't. Now we're going to move to the path of the Serpent, and as I do that, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Hit the like button, leave a comment for me. All right? I love hearing from you. Okay. Now, with all of this going on, what are you doing? Well, we've got this 9 of Pentacles. You're building your best life. You're using the right hammer and nails to build your best life. This card is called Gain, right? It's a 9. It's a function. It is not a resting state, right? It's not a structure. It's you building the structure, filling the structure with whatever needs to go in it. It's the active process of progress, right? So whatever you're after, you're gaining it, you're accumulating, you're building it. Okay? So I think really the question here is what are you after? Right? We see at the end that Lover's card. This is union. Well, what do you want to unite with? What is it that you want to come together with? Maybe this is a relationship, maybe this is family. Maybe this is a better relationship with yourself, with God, Goddess, Deity, guardian angel, spirit guides, ancestors, the universe as a whole. It could be a lover. Maybe this is, uniting with a sense of community, right? Friends, religious groups, whatever it is. There's union there. This you plus other. Okay? And so that's what we're working on building. That's what we're working toward. This card also being an Earth card is showing that your financial situation is going to be improving. Your physical situation, your home situation is going to be improving. Your physical health is going to be improving. We're gaining, right? We're restoring. We're kind of accumulating what we need in the physical realm. Could be a gathering of resources kind of thing. Okay? And of course, the environment is the Wheel of Fortune. This is really, you're seeing opportunities everywhere, right? And it really feels like this is your time to shine. This is your time to succeed. This is your time to excel. This is your time to really to make it big time, you know, in whatever it is that we're looking to unite with. Could be something abstract, right? You're seeing opportunities everywhere in the environment. There are doors opening for you. There are connections that are just waiting for you to take advantage of them. There are very safe investments for your energy. Okay. Now, this isn't a financial reading, right? I don't know anything about that stuff. But this card is saying that wherever you invest your energy right now is going to be very successful. So you have to know where to invest it. You have to know what it is that you're trying to build, what you're trying to gain, what you're trying to create. Okay? But what you invest your energy in now is going to be very successful. This is a card of expansiveness. It's Jupiter energy. I mean, this is literally fortune and fame with this card. It really just depends on what your ambitions are. So we have this Fool who, you know, is feeling kind of reborn, feeling kind of, you know, fresh, ready to go. Doesn't have a direction, doesn't really know what they want, perhaps, right? Is open to anything. So wherever it may stumble in this environment, it's going to be very, very successful. You're going to just find yourself wandering into fortune and fame and riches and success, right? Haphazardly, right? Just kind of almost blindly wandering into, just stumbling into these wonderful opportunities. Now, it's going to help to have a little bit of direction. Okay, because there will come a time, Four of Cups here, where you're going to want something, that you're going to have this sense of where do you belong? What is your home? Right? Where is it that what is your sanctuary? Where is it that you want to return to at the end of the long day? Right? Sense of home. A sense of belonging. Okay? And right now it's kind of in the difficulty. This is the position of what we don't want. We don't want home? What does that mean? I think right now you're not thinking this way. You're not looking at it. You're not concerned with this. Right now you don't want to be home, resting, doing nothing, just feeling like you belong. You want to be out in the world, fooling around, right? Experiencing, stumbling into one good thing after another. Yeah. There will come a time where you're going to say, okay, I want to find a place to settle down. I want to have a home. I want to just go and relax for a while, you know. So we kind of have to know, at some point, we're going to have to narrow down where it is that we want to call home. Okay. Literally speaking, but figuratively, emotionally speaking. And the Lover's card. I feel like we've already talked about this. I don't know what more to say. It could be a romantic relationship, a soulmate, true love situation, the ideal relationship. For some of you, it's going to be the lover, the romance. Yeah. For others, it's going to be a union with your purpose. This is us narrowing down this air energy. See, we've got the Fool. It's pure air, pure expansiveness, right? Undifferentiated air. The Lover's card is Gemini. It is specific air. It is a certain direction, you know, that we've kind of had to analyze and figure out, and now we've decided on this. So at some point, the Fool is going to find a particular path. Right? And that's what you're uniting with. Whether it doesn't matter what's at the end of this path, but the fact that you're committing to it. That the Fool has found a sense of direction. And it could be a lover on the other side, a family. It could be a successful career, a certain kind of career. Certain involvement in community organizations. It doesn't matter how old you are or what position you have in life right, of what stage of life you're in. It doesn't matter. Eventually having a direction that you want to go, having a goal in mind. You know, right now you don't need one. Right now, just go out, experiment, do different things, stumble into one good thing after the other until you find something that really speaks to you, that is kind of calling you home and that you want to commit to. Okay? And again, this could apply anywhere. Romance, could be a spiritual thing, could be career, education, could be community stuff, anything, creative projects, anything. Anything. Let's take a look at the mystery card now, yeah? Thank you, alien. I don't know. Maybe this will be some earth energy. Maybe, you know, maybe a 9 or a 10 of discs. And that would kind of show that we are building our best life. Maybe a 10 of discs. You know, go from a 9 to a 10, showing that we have a destination in mind and we're making progress getting there, right? That would be a very practical mystery card. I don't know, though. I don't know. Maybe some water. Maybe a 9 or a 10 of cups, you know? Whenever I'm in doubt, I always say a 9 or a 10 of cups. You know, it seems to be my go-to. Because that's going to be good. No matter what, that's going to be a good thing. You know, if you have a prediction, put it in the comments below. You can pause the video if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look at it. Okay. It's another Wheel of Fortune. So literally, we have fortune, we have fame, right? We have glory, we have riches, we have wealth, we have faith, hope, and trust. In the process, again, it goes back to the Fool. The Fool just doing stuff, right? Don't need a direction to go. You don't need to have a goal in mind all the time. You don't need to know what your end game is going to be. You know, you've got to trust in yourself and trust in the universe, right? The time is yours. So the Fool is going to wander. Right? The Fool's going to stumble into one good thing after another. See, there's one good thing, and then there's another. And then maybe one day you'll have a direction, a goal, a sense of home that gets a little bit more clear. And that's what you can commit to. But there's no law that says you have to know what you want right now. You know? So this is a lot of trust in this energy. And the Fool is kind of is open, right, to all experience. And I think that this is a very good thing, and I think it's an important message, that you don't have to have a goal and commit to it and settle down, that you can wander, right? There's nothing wrong with wandering. And I think coming out of the energy that you're coming out of, the best thing for you to do is to just let your intuition guide you, let your spirit guide you, just see where you end up, right? You don't have to have a goal right now. I think eventually you will want one, and you will have one. But right now, it's not important, right? What's important is that you feel what's out there. You feel how good things can be. And then maybe you decide on one particular thing or not, even, you know. No one says you have to narrow your life down to one particular goal, one particular career, right? Anyway, I like this. I think this is the best reading that we've had for Pisces in a long time. This feels really good. We're going to do an extended too. If you want to stick around, click on the link in the corner. That'll give you access for all of your signs, all extended readings, not just Pisces, for every sign. Okay. You can cross-watch, check your other placements. Maybe check your Gemini reading. See what's going on there, yeah. New readings for Pisces Mondays and Thursdays, 6 a.m. Chicago time. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.